Infinitives and gerunds. This is a very important topic for Spanish speakers. If we get it, since now we are going to speak in a very natural way. So this is the reason why we have to focus on the rules and focus on the way in which we use it. Memorize a list of verbs or two so that we can manage it pretty well, especially when speaking, because it is going to tell us that we have a very good level of English. Let's begin with infinitives. Infinitives are compound of to plus the base form of the verb, and they are applied according to the rules we are going to see next. The first rule is that they are used after adjectives. So when you use an adjective and then you have to mention a verb or to use a verb, it has to be in infinitive. It means to plus the base form. It's good to know. It's important to do it. So after any adjective, you have to have the word to plus the base form of the verb to talk about an action that is after the adjective, right? The second usage is to express purpose. I'll go to the US to practice English. So in this case, we are talking about the reason why I am going there, right? To practice English. So this is my purpose. This is the reason why I'm using to in this verb, in the conjugation of that verb. The third one is after question words. What are question words? Where, what, when, how. After these words, we have to use an infinitive. Do you know where to go? I don't know what to do, right? So after question words, we have to use to plus the base form, the one we call infinitive. And also we use them after some verbs. So this is kind of rule, right? We can say that by rule after decide, forget, hope, learn, need, offer, plan, pretend, promise, remember, start, try, want, and would like. We are going to use an infinitive. Decide to do, forget to do, hope to go, learn to play, for example, and so on. In all of them, we need to after the verb. It is important that you memorize this list because then you are going to learn some other verbs that are followed by infinitives. At this point, at this level, you have to manage this list pretty well and apply it especially when speaking. The second part is use of gerunds. So what is a gerund? Well, we can say that the gerund is the ing form. In this case, this ing form is not a verb. It is not related to present continuous or past continuous tense. It is a word that is going to represent maybe an activity or maybe it can be substituted by a noun. So this is the reason why we use ing. Let's see how we use it. As the subject of a sentence. So if we are going to start a sentence with a verb, it has to be with ing. And it is going to become a kind of action. Exercising is good for you. In this case, exercising is the activity. Writing a letter is easy. Writing is the activity. So if we use them at the beginning, it has to be a gerund. After prepositions, it's useful for traveling. Don't go without tasting. So after any preposition, the verb that is coming next has to be within ing form or the gerund form. As an object, her effort in preparing the dinner was obvious. In this case, preparing again is an activity, and the reason why we write it with ing is because it's the object, not the subject, but the object of the sentence, right? Her effort in preparing the dinner was obvious. And finally, after some verbs, enjoy, finish, go on, hate, like, love, spend, start, feel like, don't mind, stop, begin, admit, and deny. These verbs are always followed by an ing form. Look the verbs or the phrases feel like and don't mind. When they are in that specific way, they are followed by the ing form. Remember that this list, there's no other way to understand them or to use them properly than memorizing. So you have to manage this list up to now, up to this level, so that you can apply gerunds properly.